What's going on, guys? Blazing here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today, we are going to be discussing the one, the only Georgid the Breaker, one of the best arena nukers in the game. He is special because he ignores basically everything that it's going to protect your champions. It's going to ignore unkillable, block damage, strengthen, stone skin, ally protection, right? He's going to nuke. He's going to decrease the turn meter on his A2. He just does so much. And the A1, I think, is probably one of the best things in his kit, especially if you pair it with an ally attack. It does smack, right? I'll show you in some gameplay that we're going through. It is pretty powerful. So let's get into it. All right, so before we get into some gameplay, let's check out his kit. Let's see why everybody really wants him, why everybody's going crazy to try to get him. So A1. Attacks one enemy 2 times, has a 30% chance of repeating the attack. So basically, you've got like a, one in a 3 chance of doing a 4-hitter. Pair that with a Phantom Touch. That could be pretty dangerous, right? It could take out just about anybody. It does take 4 books with a multiplier of 1.7. So that is pretty solid for his A1. The A2 attacks all enemies, decreases the turn meter of all targets by 30%. This effect cannot be resisted, so we don't need any accuracy, right? Whatsoever. Places an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn if this attack kills an enemy. Brings up 3 books with one being cooldown reducer, and the other 2 books being increase in damage with a multiplier of 4.0, right? Which is really solid. It definitely goes well against if you have a Mortu on the opposite team. You could take everybody else out, and the Mortu is obviously going to target him, so you don't really have to worry about one of your other members dying on the team, right? But on a 3-turn cooldown, that is awesome. All right, so the A3 attacks 1 enemy, will ignore strengthen, stone skin, unkillable, block damage, increase defense, ally protection, and shield buff. Grants an extra turn if this attack kills a target. Has 4 books. Brings it down to a 3-turn cooldown, with 3 of those books increasing the damage by 20%, which brings this to a 5.7 attack multiplier, which is godlike, right? I have seen this one-shot UDKs, and I've seen this one-shot UDKs that have like a triple reaction with 4 stone skin before they even take a turn. They're gone, right? So this is his money ability. This ability is like one of the best ones in game. This is why everybody wants him. But his passive has a 50% chance for this champion to ignore the target's defense from each hit placed by this champion's skill. So we could ignore up to 50%, right, of the target's defense each time we hit, which is kind of insane. So I mean, forget that the kit is so OP. I really look at him. I mean, he does look kind of awesome. I don't know what they were trying to do with the, 2 rats in the back, or possums. I don't know what they are. Maybe, actually, it looks like 3, because I see 3 tails. I don't know. I mean, he does look cool. He does look great. But let's get into some gameplay. All right, so we're currently in Plat Arena. We're going to go up against, we'll take up this first guy over here who's got Uko, Sifi, UDK, and we have Rotos, right? Pretty solid team. We are actually going to be bringing in our Arbiter Warlord. We're going to bring in our Necrit, and we're going to bring in our Georgid, and Necrit's going to protect our Georgid. Now, the Uko already stole our stone skin from our Warlord, so, which is fine. It's basically there for when we have a Taras team, and he actually stole the double stone skin from our Necrit as well. So let's go ahead and lock that out. All right. So far, we're pretty good. We'll give a little bit of a turn boost again. Now, I'm going to want to take out my biggest threat, right? So we're going to use the ally attack from Necrit, and this is just taking George's A1, right? Taking out the Rotos, no problem. All right, so now we're going to go up, and we're going to target the UDK. The UDK's got increased defense, double stone skin, increased speed, and block debuffs. Can our Georgid one-shot him? Yes, he can. All right. Next, I'm going to go with the A2, right? So this is going to basically decrease everybody's turn meter and hopefully one-shot everybody. Okay, we did not one-shot the Rotos, which kind of sucks. So we'll give ourselves some HP back. We'll A1 Rotos here. Try to keep him at bay. He's probably our biggest threat as of this moment. We'll take care of the Arbiter. Increase attack again. We will A1 Rotos. Or A3 Rotos. A1 Ugo. So, not bad. Pretty good. Trying to go up against Rotos is, always an issue. Let's take on this team right here, which is basically a stall team, right? This is what Georgid is best known for taking care of, is the stall teams. So, we'll go ahead. Okay, there's stone skin everywhere here, so this is a great showcase. There we go. I'm going to go with taking on Necrit first. We didn't really do much with the A1, but that's fine. All right, give ourselves a little more increase. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a problem because if we can't one-shot the UDK and then get into our A2, then that Mortu Macabre will actually destroy us. So, let's see here. Can we took out the UDK? Now, can we kill one of them? No, we can't. All right. So here's what the problem is going to be for us. If that Mortu Macabre actually one-shots us, no, he did not have peril, which is great. All right, so now we'll go ahead and we'll A1 again. We'll go with the Mortu this time. There we go. At this point, it's a pretty much easy win for us. We'll A1 him, or A3 him. We got to refresh again, so we'll A3 him. Another one. Boom. Pretty solid, right? Let's see. Anything else we can get here? This one's going to be a speed race. We could try it. Let's see. No harm, no foul, right? If we lose on the speed, we lose on the speed. But there we go. We lost on the speed. So can we still do something even though we've lost on the speed race? So we'll go ahead and we'll go up to the Arbiter. Okay, cool. We took one down. Our Necrit is going to take her down. Oof. And that was pretty much a bust, right? Leorius is a killer right there. So we're not going to edit this out. We're going to leave it in. Let's see if we can take on any other teams. I want this. Let's see right here. Let's see if we can do this one, right? We got a +2 UDK, +4 Necrit, Taurus, Marichka. So we do have a pretty solid team here. So we'll speed buff, decrease turn meter anywhere we can, lockout skills. Taras through that Necrit ally protection didn't really phase us. We'll go ahead and we'll put weaken on him. One-shotting the biggest threat actually on the team, right? So let's go ahead and this is going to be A3. We took him out again, and that was a +2 UDK. So mine is pretty much a baseline Georgid. Let's go ahead again. Now, when you're fighting teams like this, though, you need to be careful because when Marichka brings everybody back, you need to have your big hitting cooldowns ready, right? Your big hitting abilities ready. So just make sure you take that into account. A1, Necrit. Boom. All right. Taras down. We're going to speed boost. Okay. Not going to be a problem for us today. All right, lockout. Go ahead. Take out Taras. Well, take out UDK. Now take out Necrit again. And there we go. 2-minute team right there, mostly because we're talking about the cooldowns and stuff. So let's get into how you should build him. Best way to build your Georgid. The sets you're going to want to have, right? He's going to benefit the most from Savage or Lethal. The next best set is going to be Instinct, and then any one of the two, either Fatal or Cruel, are going to be best for him, right? The accessories, if you have Reaction, you can put him in it. Refresh are going to be better. Now, there is a caveat. If you don't have a Necrit, which not a lot of people do, right? Let's face it. Putting him in a Stone Skin set, right? Giving him 2 turns Stone Skin or 1 turn Stone Skin can work for him. I've been caught off guard with them, and they have caught me and taken me out quite a bit. So I can't lie about that. But it is something you might want to take a look into, and then maybe pairing like 1 or 2 reaction pieces with him. So as for the stats, what do you want to aim for? Well, every account's going to be different. My account is pretty endgame, so but the stat priority remains the same. We want as much attack as possible, right? So if you can get 6, 7, even 5, 5.5, whatever it is, you want to strive for as much attack as possible. Speed-wise, there's a little bit of a controversy here. Some people have their Georgids build way faster. I've seen some that have it at like the 220, 250 range, right? Which can be pretty obtainable if you're, +3, +4, maybe +2, and have some insane gear with ascensions. It may be possible. Or you do what I did, and I keep mine at the lower end. I have mine at 159. You could put them between the range of 155 to 170. That should work pretty well. The reason I like doing it that way is because of the reaction, right? I don't want to hit into reaction. Hitting into reaction is going to be pretty bad. Unfortunately, with UDK, you're going to hit into the reaction. You're not going to want your Georgid built at like 105 speed, right? Or 103 speed that he has a base speed of. So, unfortunately, that's going to happen, but it is what it is. 100% crit rate, right? 3 or 2 crit damage is what I currently have. You don't need that much. Try to make sure that you get an optimal build. So when you put it into the optimizer, make sure if you're going to bring increased attack, make sure you put that into the optimizer, that the buff this champion is going to have is increased attack, because it might skew the numbers a little bit to how much crit damage you need to have. But crit damage is the next biggest thing you want to have. You don't care about resistance, you don't care about accuracy, you don't care about HP or defense, right? If the defense and HP are in the build, that's fine. But don't, try to optimize for them. For the skills, you are going to want him fully booked. He does gain a lot, right, with the books, and it's only 11 books, so it's not too bad. Blessings wise, I took Phantom Touch because of the multiple hits on the A1. That is really solid. I've taken down Duchesses that are, pretty tanky with just an ally protection from the A1. And remember that ally attack from the A1. And remember that ally attack has a damage reduction of 25%. So the fact that I could still do that with the George's A1, that's pretty good, right? So Phantom Touch is pretty big on him. You could take Soul Reap, you could take Bone Armor. It's really up to you what you have, but Phantom Touch is what I want to do. As for Masteries, now here we have to take a couple of key masteries, right? Obviously, we want to make sure we take Helm Smasher since he's arena based, right? But some of the other ones you're going to want to take are going to be Cycle of Violence. He is going to nuke, and trying to refresh that A3 or A2 as much as possible is awesome. It is going to be key, right? Trying to refresh, if you can go A3 into A3 again, which does happen, it is awesome. You basically win the fight. You are going to want to take Ruthless Ambush, increasing 8% on the first hit on each enemy, right? It's going to be able to help you with that multi-hitter A1 if you're using a Necrit or even an ally attack to take down whatever target that's going to be. As for Shield Breaker, you're going to want to make sure you take this because we have a lot of shields in the game right now for PvP. Bolster set, Duchesses are pretty much everywhere. Pythions, same thing. So you want to make sure you have that. You do want to take Kill Streak, Methodical, and Bring It Down, right? He is going to be lower HP, so Methodical, Bring It Down, sorry, is going to give you that extra % damage, right? And then as for defense, we took Retribution, we took Delay of Death, and we took Resurgent, right? Pretty standard masteries. Obviously, you probably don't even have to have them. The Retribution does help, right? If like a Taras comes in with an A3 and you have a Necrit or something protecting him, he might take some damage and that might help. You never know. But guys, that is it. Hopefully this helped you. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you have Georgid? If you do, how are you building him? Where are you using him? Are you early game, mid game? If you're early game, you don't need to go stats. You need to go stats over sets. Sorry. You don't need to worry too much about the sets. Those will come over time. But again, do let me know in the comments down below. And as always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.